Welcome to The Explainer, where we dig into the story behind the data. And today, we've got a really fascinating one that all starts with a simple question.
So, let's explore this idea by looking at a public medical school in Pakistan. We're going to check out two very different sources of information about it. One is the official story it tells the world, the other, just a single, simple error message. And believe me, the contrast between the two is what makes this so interesting.
First up, let's get to know the Nawaz Sharif Medical College based on its official record. This is the story it wants us to see, the one documented right on its Wikipedia page. Let's build the case for what this place should be.
Okay, so right off the bat, we learn it's been around for over 15 years. It's a public, government-funded institution, and its purpose is absolutely critical. It's there to train doctors for a huge industrial region in Punjab. So this isn't just any college. It's a vital piece of the puzzle for the whole area. And yeah, look at this. It's got all the stamps of approval you could ask for. We're talking full accreditation from all the big names, both in Pakistan and internationally. Basically, these are the gold stars that tell you, hey, this place is legit.
And get this, it's not some small-time operation. We're talking about a massive 62-acre campus. To give you an idea, that's like, what, around 45 football fields? It's huge.
And its reach goes way beyond the classroom. It's tied to a big teaching hospital, right? One that can handle around 700 patients. So you see, it's not just a school. It's a critical part of the healthcare system for everyone living there.
And for the students, the resources seem top-notch. The official record points to a library with 90,000 books, not to mention access to all sorts of online journals. Everything you need for a world-class medical education.
Okay, so let's pause for a second. The picture we're getting is crystal clear, right? A stable, important, fully functioning public institution. It's a pillar of the community. That's the official story. But what happens when you try to visit their website? All right, now let's switch gears and check out the college's online front door, because this is where our perfect picture starts to get a little weird.
I mean, after everything we've just seen, the huge campus, the hospital, the credentials, you'd expect a pretty slick website, wouldn't you? Something professional that really showcases the place.
Instead, this is what you get. No pictures, no welcome message, just this. A plain text notice saying the website is down. And why? Because the bills haven't been paid. The digital front door to this massive institution is locked, and the note basically says, please insert coins to continue. Okay, well, that's unexpected. A detail like that, a simple unpaid bill, it makes you go back and look at everything else with a bit more suspicion, doesn't it? It forces you to ask, what else might we have missed in that official story? And so we go back to that same Wikipedia page, the one that painted such a rosy picture, and suddenly, a little detail that seemed totally boring before just jumps off the page. We're talking about the list of principals who have run the college.
And when you lay it out on a timeline, a really surprising pattern emerges. Look at this. We're seeing at least 10 different principals in less than 20 years. That's a new leader roughly every year and a half. That is a ton of turnover. It's like a revolving door at the top, a classic sign of instability that was hiding in plain sight the whole time.
So, okay, we have leadership turnover and an unpaid website bill. What does this actually mean in the grand scheme of things? Let's zoom out for a second and remember what this college is all about.
Remember, this is a public sector college. It's funded by the government for a very specific, very important reason: to provide doctors and healthcare for an entire region. Its stability isn't just an internal matter, it's a big deal for the public.
And you have to think about the people involved. Every single year, 100 new students walk through those doors. These are kids who've worked their tails off to get in. They're counting on this place to be stable, to have the resources they were promised so they can become the doctors they've always dreamed of being.
And that brings us right back to the heart of the matter. We're looking at two completely different, conflicting stories, pulled from just two official sources.
On one side, you have the official story, an accredited, vital public institution doing amazing work. And on the other side, an error message, service suspended. One narrative screams stability, while the other whispers, we can't pay our bills. How do you square that?
Look, the point here isn't to drag this specific college through the mud. Not at all. It's about using this as a really clear example of something much bigger. That gap that can exist between the shiny public image an institution shows the world and the messy reality of what's happening behind the scenes. So, it all comes back to this one question.
What story can a simple error message really tell? Well, as we've seen today, sometimes the smallest, most boring little detail, a line of text on a dead website, can actually reveal more than all the official brochures in the world. It can give us a glimpse into the complicated and sometimes fragile systems we all depend on.